everyone, my name is Maddie Conroy and I'm a food corps service member in New Brunswick Public Schools. Today we're going to be highlighting our Jersey Taste Harvest of the Month, which is asparagus. I'm so excited to be using this today because, as many of my students know, it is one of my favorite vegetables. Asparagus grows best in New Jersey from the end of April to the end of June. It's prime growing time right now in the month of May, and you could probably find it at your local farmer's market or grocery store or farm stands or wherever you shop. Before I introduce our recipe and before we get cooking today, here's some fun facts about asparagus. Asparagus can be green, white, or purple in color, and green asparagus is the most commonly grown in the United States. Greeks and Romans believed that asparagus had medicinal powers and could cure toothaches or prevent bee stings, and asparagus roots are typically called the corral. Now moving on to our recipe, today we are going to be making a asparagus and tomato salad. This recipe has minimal ingredients and minimal supplies, so it's super easy to make and it tastes delicious. Our ingredients include 12 ounces of asparagus, 3/4 cup of cherry tomatoes, a half a cup of basil, 1 tablespoon of red onion, lemon juice, olive oil, Dijon mustard, and salt and pepper to taste. First, you're going to cut the asparagus into 1 to 2 inch pieces. Once you get used to cutting and have mastered the bear claw technique, you could start cutting multiple pieces at a time. Next, you're going to start cutting the cherry tomatoes, which you can cut in half, and you can fill up about 3/4 of a cup. Next, you're going to get ready to chop your onion. And you can peel your onion first. I usually cut off the end so it's a little bit easier to peel. Next, you're going to chop your onion. I substituted the red onion for a white onion because I didn't have any red onions. And when I usually cut onions, I start by cutting part of the way through the onion and then cutting the opposite direction, so it keeps the whole onion together and is easier to cut. Then you can chop your onions into smaller pieces if you prefer small pieces. And then you're going to scoop it into a tablespoon. Next, you're going to get a half a cup of basil. And I just bought this fresh basil, and usually you can chop it. Most people prefer chopping it. I just prefer ripping it up into smaller pieces just because it's easier. So you could do whatever way that you prefer. Next, you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next, you're going to add 2.5 teaspoons of lemon juice, and you can use fresh lemons or you can use lemon juice from a bottle. Next, you're going to add 2.5 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Might be a little difficult to get out of the spoon, so if you need, you can use another spoon to get the mustard out. finally, you're going to whisk it all together. Then you're going to add all of your prepared ingredients into a large bowl. And then you're going to mix it all together. And now you can eat right away, or you can refrigerate until ready to serve. Then you can try it out and do a little happy dance because it's really good. Here's our recipe, and you can also make this recipe with steamed asparagus. I hope you're able to try out your awesome chef skills and this super yummy recipe at home. Happy cooking!